Hi guys, compliment of the season. How are you all doing? You're welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be creating a holiday inspired eyeshadow tutorial because it's Christmas and I have to give you a Christmas inspired look. If this looks like something that you're excited to watch, then stick around and let's get down to business. To begin, I'm going in with my benign clown white and I'm going to be spreading it out using my blending brush. It's like a dense blending brush. It helps me to spread out my base very well, and this is what we have. I'll be doing the same thing on the other side of the eyes, making sure that my base is properly blended in. Next, I'm going to be transitioning with my powder palette. Majority of the time I love to transition with my powder palette because it makes working with it easy. It doesn't have a lot of colors to it. It is skin toned and it gets the job done. So I'm picking this tiny blending brush and I'm using it to spread it out on her crease and a little bit into her brow bone area. I'm making sure that I blend it out, and I'm making sure that I'm avoiding having a harsh line with this particular step. One thing about eyeshadow application, no matter the eye look you're going for, you have to blend because without blending, your eye makeup will look tacky. Okay, so this is what we have. I repeated the same thing on the other side, and now I'm going in with this dark red from my Polar Beauty eyeshadow palette, and I'm using a dense blending brush for this application. While working with matte eyeshadows, I love to work with like a dense blending brush to be able to stamp the matte eyeshadow properly on the eyes. And I'm going to be gently tapping this eyeshadow. I'm not like swiping a lot, I'm more of tapping and a little bit of swiping, if that makes sense, just like I'm doing in the video. So when working with matte eyeshadow, you don't need to have a lot of movement. So I took my hand and I'm using it to drag this side of the eyes to help me reach that part of her eyes because it's a bit folded. And yeah, I'm making sure that I get the dark red all over the areas I want it to be, and I'm making sure that I'm taking my time with blending because one thing about matte eyeshadows, if you're not careful with the application, it will not be uniform. And now I'm going ahead to like diffuse the edges of the matte eyeshadow I applied earlier, and I'm using a soft orange for this application, and the soft orange is from my Ezekiel Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and the brush I'm using for this application is from Vika Bell. It's a fluffy blending brush. Now I'm repeating the same process on the other side of the eyes. I'm making sure that I'm blending evenly and I'm making sure that everything is coming together nicely, just the way I like it. Okay, so take your time and blend your eyeshadow and make sure everything is in sync. Now I'm going in with a darker shade of brown from the Ezekiel Cosmetics eyeshadow palette, and where I'm focusing this color is just on the outer V, and I'm making sure that I'm using it to smoke out the outer V, like the outer part of her eyes. You can see I'm going in circular motions while blending. While blending, I make sure, especially outer V colors, I blend in circular motions. That way, it helps me to fluff it out exactly the way I like it. Now, I'm going to be repeating the same thing on the other side of the eyes. This eye makeup is pretty simple. I would like to go for an eye makeup that is simple and straight to the point, and it's going to be like a beginner friendly and also detailed as well, because I always hook you guys up with a very detailed tutorial and a relatable, like beginner friendly, and a tutorial you can relate to. So for pigments, I'm going in with a random pigment. I got it a while back, I can't remember the name, and I'm using glitter primer from Jadris Cosmetics, and I'm using this brush to spread out the primer. The primer is a bit creamy and is a bit tacky as well, and I make sure that I apply it very well and make sure that it's very flat. Now I'm going in with the pigment. This pigment is really pigmented, but it's not like sparkly, if there's a word like that. It's pigmented, it's getting the job done without actually doing too much. It's not sparkly, but it's actually pigmented. That's why I love it. You can see how intense the red is looking on her eyes right now. So I'm making sure that I use the same brush I use in applying the pigment glue to spread it all over her eyelid. Now I'm going to be repeating the same process, spreading out the pigment glue and making sure that it's very seamless and I don't have cracks or harsh line. And now I'm going to be tapping the pigments all over her eyelid and making sure that it's in uniform and is evenly applied. So take your time while doing this and you're good to go. And I make sure that I blend as I go. And yeah, like I said, this eye makeup is pretty simple. So the next thing I'm going to be doing right now is taking the glitter primer as well, and I'm tapping it in the center of her eyelid, and I'm going in with Candy Beauty Line glitters in Arewa to give the center of the eyes a pop. And I'm repeating the same process on the other side of the eyes. And yeah, because I mean it's Christmas, so we need to pop, we need to shine, it needs to, identify with the festive season. So this is what it looks like right now. For under her eyes, I wanted to incorporate green to the look because the look I was going for it a sparkly red and a green color. So under her eyes is the only place I was able to incorporate the green, and this green is from the Zikel Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette is very pigmented. You can see the way it's appearing under her eyes, and I'm using a very very tiny and precise blending brush for this application, and I'm basically like tapping it under her eyes. And now I'm using the slight orange color I used to blend out the red I did on her lid to like smudge the green out and make sure that everything is nice and put together. Now I'm going in with the pigment glue and I'm going in with the pigments in Divine. It's Candy Beauty Line pigments in Divine. So I basically tapped the pigment glue on the inner corner of her eyes, and I'm going to be using the pigments in Candy Beauty Line pigments in Divine, and I'm going to be tapping it on the inner corners of her eyes. And yeah, that's basically it. The next thing I'm going to be doing right now is doing her liner. The liner I'm using is from Tehila Cosmetics, and this liner is as dark as Younger Beauty, because one thing about me, I love to use product that gets the job done for me. I don't like to struggle with products, so I always look out for product that gets the job done for me as easy as possible. So I'm going to be using a tiny angled brush, and I'm using my hand to like drag the eyelid a little bit so I can see where I'm supposed to apply the eyeliner, and I winged it out and my camera did not catch the part. I do the winging, and now I'm going to be using mascara on her lower lashes. Like I always say, do not forget your lower lashes. Always show love to your lower lashes because it helps to bring the look together. And after that, I'm also going to be using the mascara on the top of her lashes as well, which after that we are going to be fixing her lashes. This eye tutorial is pretty simple and it's something that you can definitely create. It's well detailed, it's straight to the point, and is beginner friendly as well. So after that, I'm going to be fixing her lashes. I mean, lashes makes all the difference. Ooh, yeah. So after the lashes, that's basically it for this tutorial. And the last thing I did, I think, was I added a little bit of glitters under her lower lash line. I applied the glitter glue, and I'm going to be tapping in a green a duochrome glitter greenish glitter on her lower lash line. I've forgotten the name of the glitters I used for this particular process, but that's basically it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment, share to your friends, because you know sharing is caring. And also don't forget to turn on your notifications, subscribe to my channel, and enjoy this amazing family, because I drop gems on this channel all regularly. And I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye.